And now we're going to go completely blind fire, and this is really blind fire for the guys here. I've got 10 things that are happening in the sports world right now, and the guys know generally what I'm going to ask about, but they don't know how I'm going to ask the question here. I'm going to give you 10 different things. You guys tell me what you think, and we're going to move through this quickly. Number 1, NBA versus NHL roster construction. If you're constructing a team in those respective leagues, we'll start T, then Mac on this one, then I'll reverse the order. Proven veterans or stockpiling youth? Because we're seeing all these moves in the offseason. Which league do you think which strategy is better for? T.
Well, I think in the NHL, you have to stockpile youth. In the NBA, the veterans.
Mac.
Yeah, absolutely. Utes in the NHL, veterans in the NBA.
Brian Kelly is now an analyst for CBS Sports next year in college football, and he will be calling Mountain West games. Over under on how many fake-ass accents we get from Brian Kelly in the Mountain West, bro. T.
I'm going to go with 2.5. And he's going to love going up to Laradice. Holy smokes.
Mac.
I'm going 6. I think he's a character. I think 6.
Family out here in the Mountain West. Idiot. Guys, the New York Yankees have a plus 113 run differential entering play today. The next highest team in the American League is the Seattle Mariners out of the shitty garbage-ass American League West at plus 8 entering today. That went down. Percentage chances here that the Yankees win the American League pennant.
Mac, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. 85%.
85?
85%.
All right.
I'm going 41%.
Interesting.
There's
Next
too many.
one.
I like the field better.
Okay. Next one up, where I'm going to start with Mac on this one because it's his new favorite team in the world, and you got to follow me for a second here. The Charlotte Hornets, with today's move of LaMelo Ball, they also acquired Naz Reid, not something to just poo-poo in that deal, but they fully dove into their Oklahoma City Thunder era. They have 3 first-round picks in 27, 1 in 28, 2 in 29, 1 in 30, 1 in 31, 1 in 32, and 2 in 33. How much of a factor are the Charlotte Thunder going to be in the Eastern Conference for the next 5 years, Vegas Mac?
I think, listen, this was calculated. You don't all of a sudden say nothing about LaMelo Ball and then all of a sudden just trade him. This was calculated for weeks. I think they have a great plan. Talk about teams with a blueprint. I think they're going to be, I'm going to say their window is about 6 years.
TJ.
I think their window to be the marquee team in the play-in tournament is 6 years.
Also listening to trade offers on Bridges. We'll see what happens there. All right, next one on the list. TJ's Washington Nationals. So, T, you get to start on this one, if I can find it. There it is. The Nationals, after doing it again last night against the Phillies down to their final out, and they gave up a home run to toothpick-toting Derek Hill, who came in at the right time to save the Phillies. The Nats have now blown 23 saves on June 24th. The record is 37 blown saves by the 2024 Chicago White Sox. I'm not going to ask you if they hit that blown saves mark. I'm going to ask you how many games it takes them to blow 14 more saves.
I'm going to say by August 23rd.
Vegas back?
I think they're going to figure it out. I think they're going to come up just short.
Told you they love to score runs, but they give them up like a bodily function.
They do.
Number 6 on the list, guys. This might take you a couple extra seconds to answer because this one actually takes a little bit of thought. Henry Vasar, formerly of North Carolina Tar Heels basketball, is now a member of the Atlanta Hawks. He gave up $5.5 million in NIL money to chase a first-round draft position. Sorry to tell you, I don't know how they do math in Chapel Hill. 52nd is not in the first round. Is he going to be the prime example for guys entering the NBA draft in the future that should go back to school because he ain't making $5.5 million in Atlanta next year.
Yeah, I think him. I think I was surprised Koa Pete went in the first round as well. I thought he was going to drop out. I think some of these guys need to get better representation because I just it's a problem. It really is. Listen, nothing. Stay in school, not just for school. You're especially in North Carolina. You got a chance to win a national championship. You could probably even double that amount of money that you're making.
Agents love themselves some 10% commissions on their players' deals. So yes, he's going to be an example, but he's just going to be one of many.
Number 7 on my minefield list that the guys are flying blind on right now, guys. 2026 has been the sports year of surprises. We've seen the Knicks win an NBA championship, Michigan win the March Madness tournament, Sam Darnold won a Super Bowl, Indiana football won a national championship, the Hurricanes ended a long drought in the NHL, Aaron Rye won the PGA. It's the craziest sports year we've seen, and it's only June. If you had to pick one on the fly right now, we'll go T then Mac on this one. What else crazy is in store for us before the end of this sports calendar year?
I don't know how crazy it is, but I have a feeling that Pat Mahomes is going to get his Willis Reed moment on national TV.
That would be pretty crazy, Mac.
When the Milwaukee Brewers celebrate their World Series championship with their victory over the Chicago White Sox, the baseball world will be will be crazy.
That would be very 2026-ish there.
Right?
You win, Mac, on that one.
Let's talk Friday in the NHL. I will go to Mac first on this one. Which team in the NHL, whether it involves draft picks, involves current players, which team in the NHL makes the loudest bang, the biggest splash on Friday, tomorrow in the NHL?
I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to say the St. Louis Blues.
T.
I'm going to go with the Dallas Stars because of who they're going to subtract from their lineup.
I'm going to throw in one here, even though I'm the host of this fancy new game show. I'm going to say the San Jose Sharks. Because Mike Greer's got so much shit, he can't possibly draft and take everybody there. Let's go to the next one here. We're on number 9 of 10. You're almost through it, guys. Most likely to happen in the next decade. I'm going to give you 3 cities. You tell me which one of these cities ends a miserably long title drought for their respective city. Or state, I should say. Some of them. Arizona, Minnesota, or Detroit. I will go Mac, then T on this one. In the next decade, which one of those ends a miserably long title drought? Arizona,
easy.
Minnesota, or Detroit?
Detroit. They're on the cusp with a couple of their teams. It's definitely Detroit.
T.
I'm going to say Minnesota.
You're getting wild right there with it.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
All right, guys, in this one, you're going to have to do some math, so I'll give you a chance to get your little pens and papers and adding things together. You're going to have to keep score of this one. All right. You get to give yourself 1 point for every MLB opening day game. Or no, you get 1 point if you've been to an MLB game. Done. You guys have been to MLB games. This is where it gets a little more interesting there. You get 3 points if you've been to a Major League Baseball opening day.
Do I get 3 more, or do I get 3 total?
You get 3 more, so you should have 4 if you've done both of those.
Right.
Sorry.
Okay.
Shitty hosting there. Should have explained it better. All right. You can add 5 points if you've been to a postseason game. You can add 7 points if you've been to a World Series game. Unfortunately, I've been to one in T City. You get 10 points if you've caught a foul ball at a game. During gameplay, batting practice nonsense does not count. So add 10 points if you've caught a foul ball. 12 points you can add to your total if you've been to a Game 7. You can add 15 points if you've had season tickets before. And I will give you credit for having a plan that is more than 10 games. So if you've done the mini plan thing, you can add to that. This one I hate because I actually gave up tickets. You get to add 20 points if you've ever been to a no-hitter. And finally, you can add 25 points to your total if you have been to a perfect game. Math is hard. I'll give you guys a couple minutes to take off your shoes and total those up there, and we'll see who wins. Yes, I have actually given up tickets to a no-hitter, Tim Lincecum, in San Diego. That was painful. My best ball story at a game, Candlestick Park, we were making fun of John Vanderwall, calling him schnoz the whole time, trying to get him to throw us a ball out in the outfield. I gave up. I turned away. He tossed the ball up to us. It legitimately hit me in the head, and my buddy got the ball. I've been to a couple World Series games, one of which in Teesbury City, where I saw the longest home run I've ever seen in my life. And then I saw the dumbest managerial move that I've ever seen in my life. But this one's not about me. It's about you two. T, give me your point total there.
24 points.
24 points. I think that's a solid score. I'm going to venture to guess Mac might have you on this one.
I think he does.
Mr. Baseball, what is your total there?
41.
41. Mm-hmm. Guys, that ends our first edition, which will not be the last edition, of Blindfire there. I'm very proud of you two.
Did you see a no-hitter?
No, I did not see a no-hitter.
Oh, that was the one that gave me the most points.
I've caught no-hitters.
Doesn't count.
I know. I'm just saying.
That's an impressive score. I'd be interested to hear what some of our audience members would have. But, guys, for something I tossed onto you guys at 10 o'clock this morning, I am proud of you guys.